A very good evening. Welcome to State of Business on our television. I'm Ashinsani Veerasinghe. Let's have a look at the headlines first. Purchasing Managers Index bounced back to 57.6 in last month with an increase of 17.3 index points. Madivela Western Urban Agriculture and Environmental Development Project declared open. News in detail. The central bank announces that Sri Lanka's Purchasing Managers Index has bounced back to 57.6 in last month with an increase of 17.3 index points compared to October 2020. Thereby, the manufacturing PMI has bounced back in the last month with a significant increase in new orders, particularly in the manufacture of textile and wearing apparel and food and beverages sectors. But some respondents in the manufacture of food and beverages and textiles and wearing apparel sectors highlighted that although there was a reasonable demand, they were unable to carry out production at the desired capacity due to lower employee availability due to health-related concerns. The supplier's delivery time sub-index lengthened at a higher pace, mainly due to ongoing delays at the port of Colombo, where many respondents mentioned that their shipments were either rerouted or refused to accept by the shipping lines. Meanwhile, services sector PMI edged up to 48.8 in November 2020, reflecting a slower decline in services sector economic activities in November 2020 compared to the previous month. New businesses sub-index increased in November 2020, particularly with the improvements observed in transportation and education subsectors. However, business activities in wholesale and retail trade, transportation and accommodation, food and beverage subsectors declined with the quarantine curfew imposed in the Western Province in early November 2020 and localized isolations effected to contain the spread of the second wave of COVID-19 pandemic. Nevertheless, respondents in freight forwarding cited that an improvement was observed in their business activities due to the increase in apparel and personal protective equipment exports. The Madivela Western Urban Agriculture and Environmental Development Project, which is another urban development project by the new government, was declared open last evening. Construction work on this 23-acre development project commenced on 21st April this year as a part of the urban development projects mooted in President's National Policy Framework. The construction work of this project was carried out by the Land Development Corporation of Sri Lanka and Road Development Authority with the intervention of the Urban Development Authority. Prime Minister's office noted that the overall cost of this project is 390 million rupees. The development project includes 1.5 kilometer walkway, 2 1.5 meter long cycle lanes, a children's park, an outdoor gymnasium, a car park which can facilitate 40 vehicles at a time, another car park parallel to the main road, and 2 tanks that could supply water for cultivation during both the Yala and Maha seasons. Moreover, it was reported that the initial phase of this project, which was previously vested in the public, is already being successfully implemented, and under this, local varieties of paddy are cultivated using organic fertilizer. Minister of Water Supply Vasudeva Nanayakkara told the media today that the regulating of the commodity price in the country is beyond the government's control and that the government cannot deploy price control officers everywhere in the country. Addressing the media personally in Colombo, Minister Nanayakkara said that the government must first have its stores filled with essential commodities and facilitate the general public.
බඩුමිල පාලනය කරන්න බෑ අපි ආණ්ඩුවෙන් නීති දැම්මට. නීති දානවා මිනිස්සුන්ට යම් ගයිඩ්ලයින් එකක් ඇටියෙ. යුක්ති සාගත සාධාරණ මිල මේකයි. නමුත් හැම කඩයක් ගාම හැම ටවුමකම මිල පාලන නිලධාරීන් දාන්න පුළුවන් කමක් නැහැ. වෙළඳපොලේ තරම් විශාලයි. වෙළඳපොලේ ක්‍රියාකාරීත්වයත් විවිධයි සංකීර්ණයි. ඒ නිසා එහෙම මිල පාලන නිලධාරීන් හරහා මේක කරන්න බෑ. මොකද මේක කරන්න පුළුවන් විදිය. ආණ්ඩුව අතේ තියෙන්න ඕන ඒ අත්‍යවශ්‍ය ආහාර තුග. සීනි, හාල්. එතකොට ඒ ගැටලුවක් තියෙන ඒවා අරගත්තාම හාල් මැස්සෝ කරවල මේ අත්‍යවශ්‍ය ආහාර 7ක් 8ක්වත් ආණ්ඩුව තුග අතට ගන්න ඕන. ඒක තමයි සතොස්ස මගින් කරන්න යන්නේ. ආණ්ඩුවේ ගන්න ඕන කෙලිම නිෂ්පාදකයින්ගේ. පිටකොටුවේ වෙලෙන්දන්ගෙන් අරගෙන එක කරන්න බෑ. අද තියෙන්නේ ආධිපත්‍ය කවුරු අතේද? පිටකොටුවේ ඉන්න වෙලෙන්දන් අතේ. ලොකු හාල් මෝල් හිමියන් අතේ. අපිට බලෙන් ගන්න පුළුවන්. ආණ්ඩුවක් ඇටියට හදිසි තත්වයක් කියලා. එනිසා කවුරු හරි අතේ තියෙනා වූ තොගයක් ගිහිල්ලා රාජසන්තක කරලා ගෙනලවලා අපේ කබඩාව විදා ගන්න ක්‍රමය අපි දැනට ක්‍රියාත්මක කරන්නේ නැහැ. දැනට ක්‍රියාත්මක කරන්නේ නැහැ.
Stay tuned for more news after this short break. Welcome back after the break. The latest report of the central bank announces that the gross official reserves remained at a sufficient level by end October 2020, despite a major debt repayment by way of settlement of an international sovereign bond amounting to $1 billion. The central bank states that the foreign investment in the government securities market recorded a marginal net outflow during October 2020. A net outflow of foreign investment amounting to $20 million was recorded in the rupee-denominated government securities market in October 2020, increasing the cumulative net outflow to $532 million during the period from January to October 2020. This net outflow in October 2020 was a result of a gross inflow of $1 million and a gross outflow of $21 million. Moreover, the CBSL report shows that the CSE recorded foreign investments on a net basis, while foreign loans to the government increased in October 2020. Thus, the CSE recorded a net inflow of $21 million in October 2020. On a cumulative basis, the CSE recorded a net outflow of $194 million during the 10 months ending October 2020. Meanwhile, long-term loans to the government recorded a net inflow of $185 million in October 2020. On the other hand, it is reported that the gross official reserves remained at a sufficient level by end October 2020, even though a major debt repayment by way of settlement of an international sovereign bond of $1 billion was done. The level of gross official reserves amounted to $5.9 billion with the repayment of the matured international sovereign bond in early October 2020. Education Minister Professor G.L. Peiris yesterday launched the official program to provide smart classes to teach the English language for 200 schools in the southern province under the island-wide English Smart Classes project, which was developed in conjunction with modern technology with the aim of enhancing English learning skills in school children. Moreover, addressing the event, Minister emphasized on the importance of learning the English language.
එතකොට ඉංග්‍රීසි භාෂාව ඉගෙන ගැනීම කියන්නේ විදේශීය භාෂාවක් ඉගෙන ගැනීමක් පමණයි කියලා අපි සිතන්න හොඳ නැහැ. ක්ෂිතිජයේ අපි දකින නොඑක් සිහින අපේ තියෙන බලාපොරොත්තු අපේක්ෂාව ප්‍රායෝගික තලයක සාක්ෂාත් කර ගැනීම සඳහා අද අපි ජීවත් වන ලෝකයේ ඉංග්‍රීසි භාෂාව අත්‍යවශ්‍ය දෙයක්. ඉංග්‍රීසි භාෂාව නැතිනම් අපිට මොකක්ද වෙන්නේ? අනිත් සියලු රටවල් සියලු දෙනා ඉදිරියට යෑම අපිට බලාගෙන ඉන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ ගමනට සම්බන්ධ වීමේ හැකියාව අපට අයත් වන්නේ නැහැ කියන එක. ඉතින් ඉංග්‍රීසි භාෂාව පිළිබඳ යථාර්ථය මෙයයි. හැමදේම ආණ්ඩුවට කරන්න පුළුවන් කමක් නැහැ. අපි ප්‍රමුඛත්වයේ දීලා තියෙනවා. අපේ අධ්‍යාපනයේ නවීකරණය කර ගැනීමට, විෂයමාලා ප්‍රතිසංස්කරණය කිරීමට. හැබැයි පෞද්ගලික අංශයෙන් ලැබෙන ආධාරයත් දායකත්වයේ අපි අනිවාර්යෙන් අගය කරනවා.
Global tourism marketing consultant and CEO of eTourism Frontiers, Damien Cook, stresses that Sri Lanka should not be restricted to one campaign model, but it should have various campaign strategies catering to diverse tastes and desires of the tourists. Damien Cook made these observations addressing a recent tourism-related webinar titled Building Destination Image for Post-COVID Tourism Revival.
So we need to make sure that the brand of Sri Lanka, the image of Sri Lanka, is one that can have something for many different tastes and many different niches. And it's not about one campaign or one single brand image for brand Sri Lanka. It's about multiple campaigns presenting different elements of the destination and critically different experiences that people can have in Sri Lanka to the right travellers that are looking for those experiences. So brand is fragmented in a way through the rise of this change travel. So it's become much more complex than just a logo or a picture of some happy people or a television commercial. We really need to change the way that we think about travel, and we need to think like travellers and think like tourists.
We'll be back with stock updates after this short break. Welcome back after the break. The trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on a mixed note today. The all-share price index gained 23.78 points to close at 6,655.67 and the S&P SL 20 dropped 5.18 points to close at 2,602.69. The turnover was 3.4 billion rupees and over 410 million shares were traded. Up next are forex rates. And with that, we are winding up today's news. See you tomorrow with State of Business at the usual time. Until then, take care. Good night.